The Hitachi electric train served Melbourne from 1972 to 2013, but what could we have said about their history? So in today's video, we have a look at the history of Melbourne's Hitachi trains, which were the last trains to wear the green and yellow Met livery and the last trains in Melbourne to not have air conditioning for passengers. On December 24, 1972, the first Hitachi train entered service on the St Kilda line, consisting of motor carriages 1M and 2M, and trailer carriages 901T and 902T. And so from 1972 to 1981, 118 free-carriage Hitachi electric multiple units were constructed. The Hitachi's electrical equipment was supplied by Commonwealth Engineering, while the bodies were manufactured by Martin and King at Bayswater and Somerton, and the motor car fit-outs and the trailer car fit-outs were done by Newport workshops. New Hitachi motor carriages until the late 1970s would be delivered with this front door on the driver's cabs. I don't know why, but it genuinely looks ugly in this photo. By the late 1970s, Hitachi motor carriages would stop being delivered with this front door on the driver's cabs due to safety and security reasons. Until 2009, the Hitachi carriage interiors consisted of brown tartan seats and silver overhead handles. By 1974, the remaining 1880s era swing door carriages were replaced by the Hitachis, and later in 1984, the Hitachi to replace the 1910s Tate carriages. The Hitachis were the first trains in Melbourne to feature heating in the carriages and power closing doors. Following the introduction of the Met in 1983, the Hitachis received the new Met green and yellow livery. At some point in the early 1980s, there was a proposal to upgrade the Hitachi trains and introduce air conditioning for passengers on them, and although proposals were made, the program never happened. The Hitachi fleet went through a refurbishment in 1992. The refurbishment included the removal of luggage racks on board and the introduction of air conditioning in the driver's cabs, but not in the passenger interiors. From 2002, brand new air-conditioned X'Trapolis 100 and Siemens Nexas trains would be introduced to replace the Hitachis, and so from then on until 2005, most Hitachi sets would be withdrawn from service, either being scrapped or sold to private buyers across the country. The remaining 12 free-carriage Hitachi trains were to be withdrawn from service after the 2006 Commonwealth Games, but from 2007 to 2009, the remaining Hitachi sets will undergo a refurbishment, receiving a new Connex blue and yellow livery on the front motor carriages, as well as a new interior with blue seating upholstery. Some Hitachi trains that were already retired were brought back from scrap and also refurbished. This was because in 2007 there was a significant increase in train patronage around Melbourne and the absence of 31 Siemens Nexas trains due to braking issues. Connex, which was the train operator for Melbourne at that time, was superseded by Metro Trains Melbourne in 2009. Despite this, Metro Trains Melbourne didn't really change the Hitachi's appearance, they just gave them the Metro logos on the front and sides. In April 2014, a farewell tour for the Hitachi trains was held, organised by Steam Rail Victoria in cooperation with Metro Trains Melbourne. The tour operated on the Sunbury, South Morang and Craigieburt lines. This was the last time Hitachis would ever carry passengers. Most Hitachi carriages were scrapped between 2003 and 2023. However, free Hitachi motor carriages, these being 153M, 155M, and 195M, were placed onto the roof of a restaurant known as Eaglesy's in Collingwood. They have been there since 2010, however only one is part of the restaurant, the other two are part of something else. However, last year, a full free-carriage Hitachi set was purchased by mainline heritage operator 707 Operations for potential long-term restoration work. However, it is unknown if these carriages will ever return to service and preservation.